guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here very excited with a new product that I just want to, you know, kind of show and share with you guys. So I'm calling these my perfect pocket packs. They are a digital item and I will show you kind of what you get. I've got 3 different sets so far. We'll see how they go. Obviously, depending on, you know, whether they're popular or not, I might add some more. But at the moment, I've just got the 3 sets. So I'll show you through each of the 3 sets. So this is the first set. And what you get is you get 3 pages with pocket templates. You've got this little kind of, you know, instruction kind of formula here to telling you how best to fold your pockets. I always find it's best to start here at the bottom. So they're obviously in these weird shapes. So if you fold the bottom one up first, then you know where you've got to fold your edge pocket pieces into. So you've got these 2. Then you've got these 2 here. And these obviously, as you can see, they're straight across the top. They don't have a thumb hole or anything. And then you've got these 2, which obviously do have thumb holes. But again, they would be formed in exactly the same way by folding the, you know, the bottom flap up first and then the sides in. So that's your pockets. And then each set is going to come with a whole sort of selection of ephemera pieces that hopefully will just coordinate really beautifully with your pockets. But to give you several different looks and feels, if you see what I mean. So for instance, here we've got this gorgeous blue shade pocket, and you've got a blue kind of themed ephemera pack that goes with it, with all these gorgeous different coloured different colours and different themed ephemera pieces. So they're hopefully going to really enable you to kind of make the best of your pockets and produce, you know, some really pretty but many different looks with your pockets. So that's the blue one. And then you've got this one. This is in, you know, this pack. You've got this one, which contains kind of more brown and neutral kind of shades. And again, you've got kind of different themes. You've got some butterflies. You've got the lady, the kind of architectural kind of detail there. And then obviously these beautiful buildings and things. And, you know, the butterfly and things. So again, you've got different themes that you would hopefully be able to really kind of make some different looking pockets just by using, you know, this sheet of ephemera with the base of the pockets. You'd be able to really mix and match and kind of come up with some really good different looks. So that's pack 1. I will just go over pack 2. So pack 2, you get, again, 2 pages with the straight across pockets without the thumb holes. And what you've got is you've got a lilac and you've got a pink one, and then you've got them in very pale shades of the same, you know, the same colours. And then you've got another page here of the same pockets, but obviously with a thumb hole. So you've got then options, like if you like to have just lace across the top and don't want a thumb hole, you can just print those. But if you prefer the thumb holes, obviously you've got these. And then you've got your ephemera pack piece to decorate your pockets. So on this particular set, you've got obviously a whole variety of pinkish themed pieces. And again, you've got a whole selection and variety of different things, including the little teacup. You've got flowers, this beautiful, I don't really know what you would call it, but this piece here. So you've got lots of different pieces that hopefully, again, you could really kind of make some different and quite unique looking pieces. You know, they're not going to all look the same. You could really mix and match your pockets and make them look quite different. And then you've got the sort of purpley or lilac themed one, obviously to pick up the, you know, the lilac one. And you've got a whole bunch of obviously different coloured or different colours and themed of ephemera pieces for that. So again, you could hopefully really produce some really nice different pieces with that. So that's the set number 2. And then the set number 3. So the only difference with set number 3 is you just get the 2 pages of the pockets rather than 3. That's really because the other sets have got kind of a different colourway. So this has got the paler version of the pink, the other one's got the paler version of the lilac and things. And I played around with these colours, but to be honest, they just look best, you know, as they are. So that's why you've only actually got the 2 pages worth of pockets. So exactly the same. You've got the straight across, you know, without the thumb holes, and then you've got the two pockets on the one page with the thumb holes, so that you can, you know, again, play around and kind of get the best from your pockets. So that's that. And then the ephemera pieces, again, you've got a whole bunch of different ephemera pieces in, you know, different colorways and styles and things like that. So again, hopefully that you could really make the most of your pockets and get some really pretty and unique kind of effects there. And then this is the one that obviously coordinates with the pink floral pocket. And again, a whole bunch of different looking bits and pieces on here. So lots and lots of different bits and pieces to play with. So I thought what we'll do is I will move the stuff all out the way and we will get on and have a little bit of a play with them. Okay, so let's have a play around with the set one. So this one here, I'm going to cut out, I think. Now, I was going to cut out the ones with thumb holes, but I'm possibly going to, I think, do the ones without the thumb holes. So I'm just going to cut around here. And this I've actually printed on 250 GSM sort of card, because obviously they're going to be pockets. So I just want them a little bit more sturdy than they would be if they were just the ephemera part. So the ephemera part I've actually printed off in, I think it was 200 GSM. So it's kind of quite a bit thinner, to be honest, you know, a bit more flimsy, just so that it's going to be easier to stick on the base of my pockets. So I just cut round my pocket like that. Okay, let me move these out the way. And then all you're going to do is obviously assemble your pocket by just folding up this bottom flap. So you're going to turn your pocket over and just fold that up there. And I'm just going to take my bone folder, fold that up. And that's the bottom of your pocket now. And then that gives you kind of a mark for where you're going to fold your sides in. Oops. Like that. Okay, so just squash that down like that. And then the other side, just go in and put the other side in like that. And obviously if you turn it over, you can just kind of check that you're getting it nice and straight. So that's it. That's my pocket piece now. And obviously if you used the one with the thumb hole, you're going to have a, you know, semicircle there that you're going to need to cut out as well. But obviously if you're doing these ones, then you can obviously decorate that up with some lace and things like that. So just going to move this one out the way because I'd like to obviously use these gorgeous kind of teal type coloured bits. So let's just cut out, I mean, I absolutely love her. So let's just take her, for example. She is just gorgeous, isn't she? So just cut her down like that. Okay, oops, now I've dropped my scissors on the floor. So that's not a good start, is it? Okay, so we've got her, and then of course you can cut out a couple of the other elements to obviously decorate her up with. So I would just cut out these two bits, I think. Lucky I had some spare scissors sat there, wasn't it? Okay. These ones are not very good, actually. They're a little bit blunt. So, yeah, not really the best, but just saved me fidgeting about getting my scissors from under the desk. I mean, not that it's a problem anymore because my desk is lovely and clear underneath, but just saved me getting off my chair. So, okay, so we could have that gorgeous flower maybe to the side. And then I've just got this little kind of journaling type spot. So, well, not really spot, but journaling sort of label, I suppose. So I'll just trim that down. So we could have that, in fact, at the bottom, I think, might be nicer. Okay. And then we could have the flower to the side. We could have it at the top. I quite like it at the top, I think. So I'm just going to glue this down. Now, what I'm going to do, I think, is just glue this down on 3 sides so that this then is another little pocket on top of the pocket. So we'll just glue that down there. What did I do with my wipe? There it is. Okay. And then this piece here, I would quite like, I think, to have it on some, you know, some net or some lace or something like that as well. So I'm just going to bring in a little bit of lace, I think. So just cut that down. Oh, these scissors, they're terrible for cutting fabric. They're very blunt for fabric. They're not too bad on paper, but oh, for fabric, they're terrible. Okay, so I'm just going to glue this down onto the lace, just using the Fabri-Tac. So like that. Okie dokie. Just cut around there. Oops. Oh, gonna have to get down and get my other scissors after all, I think. Okay. Didn't think it was even going to cut through there at one point. I thought, oh no, it's not even going to cut through at all. Well, it did struggle, let's face it. Right. Now, do we want that over to the side or do we want it in the middle? I quite like it in the middle, actually. Don't normally go for things in the middle like that, but it looks quite nice in the middle, I think. So just going to Fabri-Tac that onto the piece itself. Like that. Okay, push that down. Okay, and then I might just have some lace going across the top of there. Let me just see, I've got this crochet lace which I thought might be quite nice across the top, or we could have it down. Yeah, I think across the top. So I might just ink the pocket up because we haven't done any inking whatsoever, have we? So let's just ink that up. Like that. And again, just a bit there. And then just a little bit over the label itself. And we'll just pop that lace down. Like that. Okay, just trim that off. Oops, trim that off there. Oh, every time I try and use them on the fabric, it's a bit of a nightmare. Now, what did I do with that flower that I just cut out? There we go. So do we want the flower on here or not? I think it might look quite nice down there, actually. So again, I'm just going to ink that up so as it kind of blends in. Also good to disguise anywhere where I've got some white showing from where I've cut it out. So I think I'm going to just have it sort of stuck with the hot glue so as it's a little bit lumpy. Like that. There we go. And I mean, for me, I just feel like now that needs some bling. So, but obviously bling is optional. So just, oops. Oh, come on. Oh, what's going on with my bling? There we go. So I just put some bling on there, like that. Okay. And that's that pocket. How quick and easy was that pocket? So you've got obviously a pocket there, and then I haven't really got a journal on the go at the moment, but I'm just going to bring this page in. So this is not obviously a journaling page, but just to give you an idea, that's how that would look kind of on the page. And obviously you would just glue it down on the flaps there. So that's that one. And let's just now, you know, because obviously you get all of this in that pack. So let's just kind of mix it up now and do another one. So using the same pieces. So you've got this one, which is also another blue one. So again, I'm just going to cut this out. Now this is the first time that I've actually, you know, used these. So I might actually enlarge the pockets slightly before I put them into my shop. So they will just be marginally bigger, but really, you know, not much bigger at all. So okay. So I just want to kind of give you the idea of, you know, how much mixing and matching you can do with this kit, because I think it just is going to enable you to put pockets together really, really, really quickly. And, you know, from that one pack, you're going to get quite a lot of different looks, which, you know, that's just awesome, isn't it? Anything that kind of makes the journal making quicker can only be a good thing, can't it? So, yeah. Okay, and then we just fold in this pocket here. Okay. And then on the other side. Okie dokie. Again, just bone folder that down. So obviously this one's much darker blue, you know, so it's a bit different anyway. But again, I'm just going to pull in the kind of bluish, or the, you know, the darker blue pieces that I've got here. So I'm tempted to use this lady again, or, you know, this other lady. But I've got quite a few different pieces to play with. So let's just have a look and see, you know, what might look best. So we've got this one, which is kind of a neutral little background that you could use. So I'm just going to snip that out first. And I'm going to just rough the edges up of this, I think. Okie dokie. So, oops, let me just move these bits. Oh, come on. So we could have that kind of there. And then I was wondering if we could have this on here. So I love this piece. Now, a bit fiddly for cutting out, but what I'm going to do is not bother cutting out, you see those little drop type bits. So I'm just going to go round and just cut straight around, you know, snipping into those. And then it just really cuts down significantly on how fiddly that's going to be to cut out, like that. And obviously this has got the white where it, you know, it kind of would have holes. So again, completely up to you. You could either go round with your hole punch with your crocodile and punch those holes. I'm not going to go to those lengths. I think it's going to look perfectly fine with the Distress ink, because that will just disguise, you know, the white. So that's all I'm going to do to kind of get over that. So in there like that. Because also you've got a couple of holes which aren't the same size. So, you know, I'm not sure how well that would actually work to, you know, to go around those. So with the crocodile. But if you just ink it up, you're just going to disguise them anyway. So there we go. Like that. And, you know, they just tie in perfectly now, don't they? So again, just going to ink this up. Like that. Okay, and of course you can use all of these bits with other things as well. They don't have to just be literally for these pockets. You know, I mean, obviously I made them for the pockets, but they don't have to be for the pockets. They could be used with anything. Now I've got this gorgeous soft net, which I was gifted in Happy Mail. And this, I think, is going to be just perfect for this. Oops, I can't really see. I'm going to have it this way around, I think. Oh, I might have to double it up, actually. It's much finer than I expected. So what I'm going to do is just fold this over. Oh, I'm going to have to do it on the white part of my mat because I actually can't see. Can't see at all when I'm doing it on the black. So just going to fold it over like that. And then I'm going to glue this down onto there. So let's just get my Fabri-Tac. And then glue around there. Okay. Just pop that down there like that. Okay, let me just get rid of this out the way now. Okie dokie, and then just going to pick this piece up. And I'm just going to cut around it, you know, close-ish. I'm not trying to make it perfect oval shape or anything. I'm just kind of, you know, shrinking it down really. So it's, you know, going to fit nicely. Oops. Lucky I wasn't trying to make it a perfect oval shape because my gosh, it's definitely not gone perfect oval. So that's that piece. I'm going to just pop onto there, I think. So again, I could kind of have this, sorry, I've got the net stuck on me now. I could have this as a pocket. I don't think I'm going to bother in this particular case. But you know, the option's there. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to bother. I'm just wondering whether I want to kind of have this actually on some more black or whether not. Probably not. I might be overdoing it. But let me just see. I've got some black lace here. We could have some black lace on the pocket somewhere. Right, let's just get these pieces glued down. I always just find it helpful once something's actually glued down onto the page because then you are, you know where you're going then, don't you? Where if you've not glued anything on, I just feel like you've got too much choice and then, you know, I can't decide. So yeah, go for this, get it glued down. And then it's, you know, you're committed, aren't you? So, okay, that's that. Then we've got this one here on the net. And then obviously we've got more pieces left. So we've got obviously some flowers, or we've got gorgeous butterflies, or we have even got a little postage stamp. Let me just get my zigzag scissors. Oops, I nearly cut into that lady then. Okay. Not sure the postage stamp's going to be quite right here actually, but let's have a look. Oh, it's not bad actually. It's not bad. I thought it was going to look a bit strange, but actually I think maybe it's quite nice. So Just ink it up. And actually, I might even just sort of rough the edges up a bit. I know they're kind of been crinkly cut anyway, but... So, pop that down there, I think. Might even do a postmark, you know, stamped postmark over there with some ink. So, oops. I put it much too high then. I forgot, but I'd actually had it quite low down. Okay, right, so we've got that. I'm just going to stamp a postmark on there. Again, just using some black ink. Okay. And then grab our piece here. And I think what I'm going to do is just hot glue this down because, you know, then it will have a bit of texture. Shall I? Or shall I just Fabri-Tac? Or perhaps I should just Fabri-Tac. Decisions. It sometimes just throws you. That's what I mean. I just need to get things stuck down because otherwise I just have far too much to decide about. So, yeah, it's just better to get things stuck on there. Because then there's no dithering about, well, no more dithering, perhaps I should say. Because obviously the dithering's already taken place, so there's no point saying no dithering. It's already been dithering. Okay, so that's that piece. And then do we want a butterfly or not? Got this butterfly. Let's just cut that out. Oops. Okay, right, I'm going to be really horrible and just cut those pointy bits off because I can't be cutting those out. So yeah, I'm going to have to just, you know, just cut them off. I mean, hopefully not that many people are kind of really up with their butterfly species, so hopefully not that many people would realise that it had those big pointy things coming off. I mean, I certainly wouldn't, but I'm not judging. Probably lots of people would, but yeah, I certainly wouldn't know that it had those things removed. So I'm just thinking, do we want a butterfly on there or not? And then we've got black lace that I thought would look good for this one. Let me just see whether we want just a little bit. I'm just going to cut that curly bit off. I'm going to have to get my scissors from under the desk. It's no good. I can't do this piece with the blunt scissors. So, okay, right. There we go. Get rid of those scissors now, out the way. So, do we want to have like a bit of lace at the bottom, or do we want it at the top? Quite nice at the top, isn't it? Or do you think I'm better off having the lace going right across? I thought, oh, I'll just have it halfway because I didn't want to be predictable by having it right the way across. Oh, let's just mix it up and have it like that. Okay, so again, just going to ink the pocket up. All around like that. And then we're just going to pop this bit down. Can't actually see where the lace ends now because it's against the black surface. Okay, like that. Oh, come on. Because it's leaning on my blendy card, you know, my glue spreader. Right, now, still can't decide about the butterfly. So I might leave the butterfly off for a moment, but that's those two. So let's do another one. I mean, they're coming together really quickly, aren't they? So like I say, that's what we all like, isn't it? You know, nice, quick projects. So this one's got the thumb hole. And then if there's time, might do a couple of the brownie ones as well. But I mean, this is definitely, you know, a good kind of fast method for pockets. And like I say, you know, you can then mix and match the packs. You could mix and match with other things. You know, you don't have to use the ephemera only for your pockets. You could mix the ephemera up to make tags and, you know, all of those kinds of things as well. So, you know, this is just kind of a first stab. And I've just realised I didn't put any bling on that pocket. How did I miss the bling? You know, my favourite bit, and then I forgot to put it on. Let's bring the bling out. Okay. Can't believe that I forgot that. Oh, do you know, I'm actually quite liking it without. Now I put the bling there and I thought, oh, perhaps for a first, I'm actually preferring the bling not there. Oh, I don't know now. No, I do like it, yeah. I thought, well, that's really peculiar if I'm preferring it without the bling. It's just, that's not like me at all. But no, I do like it with the bling. Yeah. So we just then pop that down. Come on. Like that. Trying to stand my glue up now so it's not going to just fall straight down. Okay, so that's that pocket. Move that out of the way. Right, okay, back to this one. I just got waylaid. Just, you know, spotted the lack of bling and just thought, oh no, what's going on there? Can't not have bling. Not made a very good job of the thumb hole. So this is another reason why I did them, you know, without the thumb holes as well, because I don't know about you guys, but I do struggle to cut the thumb holes quite often. So it's good to have options and not have to, you know, not have to have the thumb holes, isn't it? So, yeah, I thought that would be a good idea. So, again, just squash that down. And just in the side. Oops, like that. Okay, sorry about that. My son's on the phone downstairs. He's doing his college work from home today. So I think he's having a kind of, you know, review thing with one of the, I don't know, I thought it was the teaching staff, but it's not teaching staff. I think they're doing a kind of like, you know, how do you find your college course type thing. Right, so again, I'm going to just pull in the little bits here and we'll just have a look and see what else we could do. So again, we've got another black piece here, but it's, you know, it's different to the other one, so. Okie dokie. So we could go for the black one. I'm going to just cut out the other bits as well whilst I'm at this, because it would probably make sense, wouldn't it? Instead of keeping on coming back to cut more bits out. So then we've got this one, which is really pretty, more neutral tones. So, I mean, straight away, you've got quite a different look between the black and the neutral one. And then we've got the lady here. So, just cut her out. Like that. Okay. And I mean, to be honest, there's no reason why you couldn't actually tear the lady out. And I mean, you could maybe tear her out and put her in there. I'm not going to do that, but you know, that's another kind of option really. So what we could do is have like a couple of bits like coming out from here, or maybe even sideways on like that. And then we've got another little sort of label type piece here. And again, just chop that down. Okay, take that down there, and then around here. So I hope everyone's having a good day. Hope you're doing some nice projects. It's a lovely sunny day here. It's cold, but sunny and bright. I love those days. My favourite winter days. Cold, but brisk and, you know, crisp and bright. Okay, right. So just wondering how to have this. Now, do we want that, or do we want it more? Oh, that's quite nice. That is quite nice. And actually, we could do that and have that as a belly band and tuck her in. Let's do that. Okay, right. So I'm going to just glue this down, but I'm just going to ink it up a bit first. And then I'm just going to glue this down on the two ends so that we can have this as a belly band. So there and there. Okay. Put that down like that. Okie dokie. And then I'm just going to ink her up because we're going to tuck her in. So just ink around her. And then I'll just ink her on the back. I mean, again, you know, you could obviously coffee dye these. I haven't coffee dyed them, but they would look good coffee dyed. So that's another, you know, another option. And then just going to ink this up. Again, the inking, you know, often more really for covering up my shoddy cutting really, but it does work wonders. So now just wondering whether I want to have either a butterfly or a flower. So let's just chop around those. Okay. Oops, okie dokie. I mean, like I always say, flowers, you know, although they look daunting, I just always think they're the easiest thing to cut because, you know, nobody really knows what shape that flower was in the first place. So they're very, you know, very forgiving, I think. You can get away with quite a bit when cutting flowers. I haven't inked up the pocket itself, so let's do that now. Okie dokie. Oops, missed that piece. It was still very white, wasn't it, on there? Okay, so we're going to have this here, and then just playing around. I mean, to be perfectly honest, it looks gorgeous anyway. I don't really think it even needs anything, but I mean, I'm just kind of playing, thinking, you know, do we want to put something else there because we've got all these bits? I mean, you could use the flower as a little tab for her card. That's quite sweet. So let's do that. Okay. There we go. And then I'm just going to glue this piece here. Whoa. that down across there, like that. Okay, so she then can go into there. So, I mean, you've got quite a lot of different options, haven't you, that you can play with different looks for these. Now, do I want to have a little bit of lace? I could have the lace across here, across the middle bit, which I quite like. Or I could have it across the bottom. I actually quite like it across the middle. So let's be different and have something different to what we'd normally do. So just going to put that lace there across that sort of middle of that pocket, like that. Okay. Like that. And then we could have a little bit of bling on there. I mean, to be honest, again, it doesn't really even need any bling, but oh, let's have some. Let's have some anyway. Oops, not that piece. It keeps trying to escape. Just trying to cut those little kind of threads off from the side. So, okay, my goodness, this feels fiddly today. You know, when you just have those days where you're just struggling and everything seems very fiddly. It's one of those days. Okay, that's my bling there. So that's that pocket. And then obviously we haven't used this piece. So what we could do is just ink this up here on the back. See, I don't really need to ink the front because it's kind of black anyway. Or, you know, dark coloured anyway. So I'm going to tuck that into here, which we did as a pocket. So that's your three pockets from that teal coloured kit. I've still got a couple of butterflies and a couple of flowers left. You know, so I mean, again, could obviously add those onto those pockets as well. I don't know really whether they need anything else. I know I keep on saying it and I just can't decide. I mean, I do quite like it on that one, actually. I quite like it on that one. And then, to be honest, I even quite liked it on there. Even though it's got the flower and things and it's risking getting pretty fussy, it looks quite good, doesn't it? Well, anyway, you have options to play around, obviously, with the flower and the butterfly. Or the flowers and the butterflies. So I'm just going to move those bits to one side. I'm just going to pull in that piece again, just to kind of give you an idea. So that's the first pocket. Then we made this one. And then we made this one. So that's the three using the kind of blue shaded things. And then obviously, you know, this is just half the set. You've still got remaining in the set. You've still got another two pockets. Sorry, another three pockets. And another whole ephemera pack. So let's do another one. Let's just do this one here. So I mean, they come together really, really quickly, don't they? And you know, I mean, obviously you don't have to use them in the way that I used them. You could mix them up in different ways. You could cross contaminate, you know, using these colour ephemera with the blue pockets. So you've got, you know, really quite a lot of options for lots of different looks, I think. So I just thought they were super fun. And like I say, anything that makes, you know, making a journal quicker and easier, then I'm all for it, to be honest. Okay, I'll just go around there. Okie dokie. Let's just cut this one out as well, and then we can hopefully do them both. So go around there like that. Okay. there, round on the edge, and then just trim that down. And then obviously my dreaded part of cutting around the thumb hole. Oops. Okay, I think I made a slightly better job of cutting that thumb hole actually than I did on the other one. And actually we'll just cut this one as well. So then we've got all the pockets from that first set all cut out. Yeah, so I mean you could definitely mix and match the pieces as well. There's no need to, you know, to only keep the bits that I would deem as kind of the blue bits for the blue pockets. I'm sure they would look good on the other colour pockets too. So, and as I say, there's 3 different sets. So this is just the, you know, one set. The other sets, you know, contain similar sort of ephemera combinations, you know. Right, let's move this out the way. So, okay, let's start with this one. So, yeah. Let's just fold that bottom piece up. So we're starting with the thumb hole one this time. Oops, I think I went up far enough there. Okay. And then in at the edge. Like that. And then in on this edge as well. Okay, so that's that pocket. Just squash it down a bit more. And we might as well fold up the other 2 as well, because then we're doing them like assembly line style, so they'll be even quicker hopefully. Okay, those. And as I say, I mean, obviously, you know, I'll just see how these go. If they're, you know, not very popular, I won't obviously do any more. But I mean, if they are popular, then I can always do some other sets, you know, with some other designs and things like that. So it's all just, you know, trial and error, isn't it? We don't know until we try something how popular or well received it might be. So, and as I say, this is my first time of actually playing with these pockets myself. So I'm actually going to enlarge them slightly, only very slightly, but you know, just a tiny bit. Okie dokie. So take this down here. Like that, and then this part here. Okie dokie. Okay, right. So then we turn that over. Oops, did I get that straight? It's very hard to see, to be honest, whether I've got that straight or not. I didn't have the dotty lines or anything kind of down here, you know, because I thought that doing it this way, it's quite seamless. You don't have then any, you know, bits to cover up or ink over and things like that. But okay, so let's just cut out now a couple of these bits. Okay. And I've still got the, you know, the flowers and the butterflies from the other stuff as well. So I may even pull in a couple of those as well. Okie dokie. So chop that down. Oops, this piece now. I did a horrible job of cutting that. Okay, just empty that into my rubbish bin, you know, carrier bag. And then just bring this piece down. Okay, and again, just chop this one with the butterflies. Like that. Okay, and then the lady. It's a bit more tricky because she's got that oval kind of, oops, arched top. Oh, that's a mouthful to say. So just trim that down and across there. And then this one. Okay, so very nearly done. And again, obviously I've got some flowers there that we can use as well. So okay, nearly done. Right, so move these scraps out of the way. Okay, let's have a look and see how we want to do these ones. And I've also still got these pieces actually, which perhaps I should just quickly, at least this bigger piece. I love this. Okay. Right, okay. So I'll just move these two little bits out the way. They're just kind of little, you know, decorative features. So we'll just decide which way round we would like to have these. Oh, I like the buildings on there, I think. And then do we want, because this one's actually slightly smaller, so it's quite nice to actually use to layer things up on. Oh, we haven't used her. Do we like her or do we like the butterflies? I'm kind of liking her, to be honest. I guess we could have the butterflies on this one. Let's just have a look. Just double check. Oh, decisions. It's a tough one, isn't it? Perhaps I shouldn't have cut everything out at once because it just actually makes it quite difficult to decide because there's too many options now. Yeah, I think probably like that. And do we want the butterflies on there or do we want her on there? Oh, she's quite nice on there, isn't she? Yeah, okay. Now, unfortunately, I haven't used any of these bits, so just going to check that I wouldn't prefer these bits because I quite like that memories, to be honest. That's quite nice, isn't it? So I did quite like her on there. Oh, that's quite nice. Yeah, that is quite nice. Okay, so again, I'm going to, let's kind of do them assembly line style, shall we? So I'm going to rough around the edges of these, I think. These ones, for some reason, they were just crying out to be roughed up, I think. So we've got that one there. And then this one here also kind of crying out to be roughed up a bit more as well. Well, not a bit more, it hadn't been roughed up at all, obviously, but you know what I mean. Okay, so I'm going to just glue those down. So let's get this one. Glued on there. like that. And then we can just glue that whole thing on. Okay. Oops. So we just pop that one down on there like that. So yeah, I like how that looks. Let's squash that down. And then I like her on here. She's really nice. Just wondering, do I want this kind of labelly piece anywhere? Ooh, I don't know now. I mean, actually, we could even have it on there. I do love that piece with the word memories, but I quite like it like that as well. So, and we've got a butterfly as well that we could have somewhere. And we've also got these flowers. So I'm just going to cut these flowers out. So let's hope these ones are going to be forgiving, because these look really fiddly, don't they? Okay. Oops. Okay. And then round the flower. Should have cut the other one actually, because I think the other one's slightly bigger than this. So now I'm going to have to cut the other one as well, probably. Okay. Well, I mean, I will have to cut the other one at some point as well anyway, but I just mean on the video. Okay, and nearly done. Oops. Just cut that leaf off and then nobody knows it was there. Oh, that's quite nice with the flowers, isn't it? Yeah, I quite like that. So I'm going to put this one down here. I can't decide. I do like it with the memories, but then I do like it with that too. Okay, right, let's put the bit down first. So, and again, I might do this as a pocket on here. But, you know, because like I always try and, you know, think really is, if you put it down as a pocket, even if you don't use it as a pocket, you've got that option. If you don't have it as a pocket in the first place, you know, you haven't got that option later, have you? So, you know, whether or not you use it doesn't really matter, but just having the option is good, isn't it? Just check that I wouldn't prefer the antiques thing on there. Right, I'm going to pop her down now. Okay, pop her down there like that. Okie dokie. Oh my goodness, she's slipping around all over. Okay, so I don't think I want the antiques one there. So I think I'm going to, although now I've moved it, I'm kind of like, oh, that looked really nice. Going to have the flowers, so I'm going to ink the flowers up because that just disguises my shoddy cutting. So we just ink around those. Okay. And then we'll just glue them down. Like that. Have my wipe at the ready because there's quite a bit of glue on there. Okay. There we go. Just mop up the excess glue that's coming out. Okay. So that's that one. I don't know if she's on there very straight now. She kept on sliding about and now she looks a bit lopsided. Oh well. And she's got now a bit of glue daubed on her. Oh dear. Oh dear. Right. Another how not to craft, obviously. So this could go in here actually as a little tag, couldn't it? So let's ink that. Oh, my ink's suddenly super dark, isn't it? My gosh. It's, yeah. suddenly very, very dark. Don't know why it just suddenly decided to be as dark as all that, but never mind. Right, I can't decide now. I'm going to just cut out this butterfly. And again, I'm going to have to just be really horrible and cut that great big long stem off of that butterfly. I know, it's just horrible, but I mean, I actually think that makes him look a bit weird anyway, to be honest. So, you know, it's a double whammy. Not only is it difficult to cut those types of things, but also I don't really even like that. I think it looks a bit horrible poking out like that. So I'm just going to cut that off. Doesn't he look much nicer like this? Well, I think he looks not a lot nicer. But obviously, you know, if he wanted to cut leaving that long bit on, then that's probably better, isn't it? Right. Again, just ink this up a little bit. Now, I had cut him for this one, but I'm just going to double check that I wouldn't prefer him. I mean, he's quite nice on there, to be honest. And I've also got that postage stamp, which I'm not sure that I will actually use now on these, but just trim that down. Okay. I mean, that's quite nice. Yeah, it's not quite right on there, but I mean, it's quite nice on there, to be honest. Let me just ink this up a little bit. And I might put this on some lace as well. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So let's pop this on some lace. So I'll just then glue that down onto there. Okie dokie. Pop that down there like that. Okay, and then just snip that out. Again, not trying to be dead straight or anything like that, you know, thankfully. Thankfully, that's not my mission, because it would have failed miserably had that been my mission. And then I'm just going to have that there. So let's just fabric tack that on. Okay. Oops, like that. Okie dokie, and oops, just pop that down there like that. Okay, so I'm just going to ink around the edges of this pocket. And just go around the edge like that. Okay, and then do we want a bit of lace on there down the bottom? Just move those ones out of the way for a minute. Yeah, we can't have the lace obviously going across the thumb hole. That's just very, very peculiar, isn't it? So let me just see if I maybe could get away with just, you know, just a half bit of lace like we did on that other one. Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it? So just going to glue that down there. Like that. Okie dokie. Okay, let's just dab that glue. And then, oh, let's have some bling. As if we didn't know that was coming. Okay, pop some bling down on that corner. So I'll just then, like that. Okay. Sorry, just getting all those threads off, the hot glue threads. So that's that pocket, and this is our little tag that we're going to put in there, like that. So just move that to one side. So pocket number 2, we're just going to ink up, because we didn't ink this at all as yet. So again, just ink all over. I feel like I really should rough this up around the edge of the actual pocket now, because everything else is roughed up, but I mean, it's probably not really necessary, but I feel like I should. Okay, just ink the butterfly up. Not that he really needs it, to be honest, but just, you know, just in case. And then I have still got those other 2 little bits, haven't I, from the other pack. So I'm just going to check. No, I think I like the neutral, but I have got this flower, because I mean, obviously this is all still in the same set. So, you know, this particular set, you get all of these bits for all of the pockets that we've made. So let's just see if this flower might look good. Oops. Again, just ink that up to disguise my cutting. Oh, maybe not. Oh, I'm just going to have the butterfly. Right, let's just oh no, we don't want to hot glue that down yet, actually, because I just suddenly then thought, oh, I haven't got any lace anywhere. Oh, let's have the lace at the top on this one. Yeah. Okay, right. Crisis averted. Oh, right, so we're going to have the little butterfly down here at the bottom. And then we're going to have the lace going right the way across the top of the pocket. And obviously, you know, you can print these obviously as you wish. So, I mean, if you wanted to print just the brown pockets with the blue, you know, what I'm calling the blue set ephemera, then you could do that instead, couldn't you? And, you know, mix them up, mix them that way round. So I'm just kind of going with, you know, how I felt they naturally went. But, you know, there's no right or wrong. Just because I'm calling them, you know, this way round doesn't mean that they have to be this way round. So okay, so that's that one. Yeah, that looks really nice. I'm just still debating, do I want to have this little label-y type piece anywhere? And I could just kind of chop it down and have it to the side. Could have it there. Probably doesn't really need it, but I do quite like it. I even like it there, even though it's actually kind of partially over the, you know, the decorative kind of piece there. I still quite like it there, so perhaps I'll put it there. Oops, like that. Yeah, I quite like it there, funnily enough. I didn't really think I would, but strangely it looks quite good, because otherwise it looks a little bit symmetrical, I think. So this just breaks it up slightly. Okay, yeah, I quite like it like that. And then the final one, we have this one. So again, let's just ink around there, because we haven't inked it up so far. I think we inked the flowers, didn't we? Because we were disguising my cutting. So So yeah, they have been inked, but the actual piece hadn't. So that's that piece. No, I mean, it doesn't look too bad, to be honest. I thought it was going to look horrendous, but it doesn't look too bad. And we said no to the stamp, didn't we? Yeah, that stamp just looks terrible there. We could mix up the flowers. I wish that I hadn't glued them down, because I could have had that flower poking out behind. I wonder if I can just peel it up a bit. Oh, this is again how not to craft. Peeling the flowers up. I mean, if I hadn't wanted them to be stuck down, if I had wanted them to be stuck down, they wouldn't have stuck, would they? But now, of course, they're well and truly stuck. No, and that looked rubbish anyway. So let me stick them back down. Okay. Oh my goodness, what a bodge, honestly. That's just terrible, isn't it? Terrible crafting going on there. Right. Well, perhaps we will have the butterfly then. We have got the blue butterfly, but of course that's very blue, so. Right, I'm going to have to do the same thing again, in that I'm going to have to cut those thingies off. I mean, I keep wanting to call them their legs. I mean, they're clearly not legs, but, you know, those little things. I'm going to just snip them straight off, straight across, yep. Okay. And then just up there. Oh, it doesn't look as bad as I thought. I thought, wow, that blue's going to look terrible, but it looks okay actually. So let's just have a look. It looks quite pretty actually. I don't know whether, for me, I feel that that's not really matching enough, if you see what I mean. You know, that might just put me off using it. So I think what I'm going to do is just, yeah, not have the butterfly on there, because I don't want to kind of then get to a point where I think, oh, you know, I can't really use that in a project now. Which I may kind of reach that point if I stick that on there. So yeah, probably best not to, but just finish that off with a bit of lace. Just right the way across on the top of that pocket. Okay, how pretty is that one? So do we want bling on there? Mm-hmm. See, I can't not have it. I just can't. Everything always looks better with bling, honestly. I mean, literally, I would say like 95 times out of 100. I think, oh, it looks better. There's literally just those really rare occasions where I think, oh no, no bling. But I mean, they're really rare. Okay, right. Okay, so let me just pull in again, you know, what I'm kind of using as a journal page to kind of show you how they look. So these are the bits that we have got left. So of course you could then use these to just decorate around on your pages. And like I say, just because I've put them together in this configuration, that's not how they have to be put together at all. So that's that pocket there. Super cute. We've got that one there. And then we've got this one here. So just really, really, really cute, aren't they? So I will try and come back and we will do the perfect pocket packs for the, you know, the other sets. Just really depends on time. But I hope that you like them. As I say, they're for sale in my Etsy shop. And yeah, I just think they're really, you know, super cute, super nice. We've made 6 pockets in like no time at all. And yeah, hopefully they would just enable you to have some really nicely coordinated, lovely bits and pieces in your journals, and lots of bits and pieces to have fun playing with. So hope that you like them, and thank you so much for watching. Hopefully see you guys again soon. Thanks then. Bye.